Welcome back to the Listen Up podcast, where we analyze a new album each week. I'm Jamie, and this week we've got me, Nick.
Yep.
Jordan.
Looking a little cute there, Zach.
And our adequate friend, Zach. We are welcoming him to the show. Beautiful. This week we're going to be taking a look at I Think You Think Too Much of Me by Eden, released in 2016, and it was picked by Zach. Zach, what inspired you to choose this piece of work for us to listen?
It's been one of my favorite albums since I was like a junior in high school, and it was the only one that I really cared to talk about. So,
yeah. Fair.
Is this your first experience with this band or people, or is this like were you already a fan of them?
This was like the first one. I think it was "Drugs" was the first song that I'd ever heard by Eden. So,
all right,
it's just one guy, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, I don't know anymore. I'm like, it could be a band name. It could be a. You laughing at me, Jamie? But I didn't know. Okay, dude, I didn't know if it was a band or not.
No, I was letting you know and the audience know.
No, yeah, I got you.
It's just one guy.
I got you.
Did he go by a different name before he made some music? Didn't he have like a different
it
thing?
It was the Eden Project.
The Eden Project, okay.
Like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Jordan, have you ever heard of
the little like triangle logos made out of three little parallelograms? They look like the Abstergo logo from Assassin's Creed. He's a Templar.
Are you guys gamers or something?
Bro, we're cracking this case wide open. We got to get our investigative squad on this. What was something? There was something like 15 episodes ago we said we were going to investigate and we never did. We're going to do that again. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Maybe.
But like not.
Maybe. Probably not. But
I mean, who knows, Jordan, I guess, and Nick, were you familiar with the artist or the body of work?
It's a big fat no from me.
Only I look forward to that no every single week, Jordan. Every week that you don't pick it out. It's just 100%. Nothing. I've heard nothing.
It's like, how's he gonna deliver it?
But the only reason I heard of him was hearing Zach play some of his music.
I got you.
I was kind of my thing too.
When I was listening through this, I was surprised I only recognized probably like 3 or 4 of the songs, because I figured I would recognize more with how much I knew Zach liked his music, and the fact that we lived together sophomore year of college. I figure I would have absorbed more of it, but I don't know. But
yeah, I had a similar familiarity. Like, I really knew it from Zach playing it, and I didn't know anyone else who knew of him. But then, early on into me and Vic getting together, for the audience, my lovely fiance, rest her soul, but her sister
still dead.
Is familiar with Eden.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a shame we have to. Oh, Zach, we didn't tell you. We have to put down all of our guests after the episode. So,
okay.
Your
Awesome.
days are numbered. I hope
I'm looking forward to it.
But as Nick said last week, we feel that this is worth your life.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I mean, you saved me the trouble, so
I mean, it's the mortal transaction.
What did I say last week? If you don't do this podcast, you don't have that experience. And like, sure, you get to live the rest of your life, but if you do this podcast, it's just so legendary that it's worth the trade-off. I think I said something like that.
Yeah, that's something like that.
So I can deliver you your last meal after we record this, Zach.
Okay.
My brain just broke.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm sorry if I
so
derailed
her
you.
sister was the first person who I'd ever met who like knew other songs by him. So I guess as a proxy, Vic kind of was familiar with him. I was like, yeah, Zach, his favorite band's Eden. She was like, oh really? I've never heard like anyone else know them. I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so I had a similar familiarity. I think I recognized more than like 2 or 3 songs on this one. I definitely recognize like Drugs, Rock and Roll, and I think EXO was the other one that I was like, oh yeah, I've definitely heard this before.
I got you.
Yeah, Jordan, how did you feel about this one after your initial listenings?
It was honestly not that bad. I kind of liked it too.
Oh.
It didn't. Well, I mean, some of it was kind of. Some of the parts were kind of catchier. Like not to like jump into it already, but like Circles was a little slower. I'll go into that one a little bit more on like why I didn't like that song as much, but also I liked how it was like the famous saying like sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I don't know
but like
why.
spelled out in the
yeah.
I thought that was really
This
cool.
song is called "And." I wonder what it's gonna be about. No, but I like
it's just him saying "and" the entire time.
I like the subject matter too in a lot of them. So.
I don't know how I didn't notice that in the song titles.
Oh, really?
You didn't?
Yeah, I'm just oblivious.
You just didn't read.
Oh yeah, and
Apparently.
also the famous saying "fumes, exo, circles," right?
Yeah,
that one I wasn't sure if it was supposed to like correlate or anything. I was like, I'm not sure.
No, I don't think it is. But yeah, overall, I thought it was pretty decent.
Nice.
I even noticed that all 4 of those songs are like start off lowercase, and Fumes, EXO, and Circles aren't lowercase, and I was like, I wonder why that is.
Interesting.
It's because they're themed together. It's because it's literally a famous phrase, and I didn't notice it.
It's okay, dude. Listen, that's why we're talking about it right now. All right?
Exactly.
Thank you.
We're here to uphold, support, educate.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We're teachers.
We love you, Nick.
Yeah,
We love you.
yeah,
we are teachers. Yeah. Board certified.
Which board?
The Board of Education. Brown
All right.
V, baby.
Stop,
Wait,
bro.
no. Not. Different board of education.
Stop.
But yeah, I did. I like this album too.
Oh my gosh.
And actually, Eden has a playlist on Spotify that's just like an emoticon sad face. And
Okay.
I am much more familiar with that playlist than I am with any of his music. Because I listen to that playlist
Interesting.
pretty constantly, like sophomore year, I think it was. But Zach was playing it, and I found it, and I was like, yo, this is a sad, good playlist.
bad.
That's where I learned of like King Cruel and
Say King K. Rool.
spelled the same, but Czech.
Really?
And
Oh.
it's I don't even know how to describe his style, but it's good if you're sad. It works as like ambient.
He has a Radiohead song in here, and the song "Dawn Chorus" by Tom York. That is a sad song.
There's a lot, dude. It's a good playlist.
He really hits all the bases,
Yeah,
all the genres.
yeah. He tickles all the funny bones.
"Invisible String" by Taylor Swift.
Oh.
What
I
a
don't know
great
what that
song!
is.
Tay-Tay, baby.
It's off of Folklore.
Stupid.
I don't remember that one.
I'm
Must
sorry
not
for
be
Nick's
notable.
ignorance. Or sorry, Jamie's ignorance. Audience.
How dare you apologize for me? It's
Yes.
my right
To apologize?
to be wrong.
Oh, okay. Don't know what happened.
But yeah, I guess we can get a little bit more specific. You were going to talk a little bit more about circles, Jordan.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say at the very beginning, it sounded kind of like what my church band sounds like.
And if I told you how the story ends, would you change?
I do go to church.
Like the band that plays like whatever music.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
like
worship band.
only guitars and drums and maybe like bass and stuff, but it always starts
Yeah,
out
it's
with like
probably
just the
boring as
guitars
hell.
playing. Yeah, a little bit, and like
Not the song,
Like-
the church band.
no, I know. So some of the music is actually decent sometimes, honestly. Like I wouldn't
I
think
get
it would
behind
be, but so this song starts out with just like a guitar intro, and then like some people just kind of talking. I don't know why, but it just reminded me of like it starts out very slow, and then it gets
Mhm.
just like a little bit more. Like this song, listening through these albums, is like the closest thing. Like it like hit a nerve for some reason. Like that I was just like, is this like this sounds like it would be playing in my church right now? Maybe not like the lyrics.
Contemporary Christian
Yeah.
music.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know why.
Interesting.
That's
I can't attest to
Yeah.
that because like my church band is like was like an old black blues musician playing on his guitar with a drummer in the corner, so I can't attest to
but
such things. But
as it
Interesting.
gets more on, it gets less like that. Obviously, there's a lot of
yeah,
fast paced. Like I think it's drumming at the end.
sounds right.
There's a
Like-
part where the third, it's classified as the third verse. It's like the verse after the second chorus,
Yeah,
where the instrumentation really blows up and it sounds
Yeah.
almost like an EDM song or like a
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
hyper pop song.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
what
that-
I was referencing. I don't know if it was like I thought it was drums just because I was like, I don't know. This guy likes to not use. I don't know. Anyways, yes, that's the part I'm referencing. Nick is the one where it's like it sounds kind of EDM-ish.
Mhm. That was one of my
Which is
favorite parts.
not what
on the
my
album.
church sounds like. Yeah, I did like that part a lot. It's just this beginning of Circles I didn't like a whole lot, just because I don't like that style of music a whole lot. But when it went into that transition to that part, I liked it a lot.
Gotcha.
Like, is this
Yeah,
a
I-
100 Gex song right now, bro?
Like honestly, like it made me think of hyperpop because his voice gets like kind of distorted and filtered, and like that.
Yeah,
The music is like blaring and like a little techno in
Yes.
the background. I was like, it wasn't a real like the lyrics weren't really 100 Gex vibes. I haven't listened to a ton of 100 Gex, but like it seems
not me either. But
a little less serious than like
oh,
the
yeah,
lyrics were in that passage.
100%, I agree with you. I just like they have like a style of like distorting their voice like really high up, and then having like
Yeah.
the EDM music behind it. That's like I just got like a little like taste of it. That's
Mhm.
what I was saying from that song.
I guess. And Zach, so I know that it's just one guy. Does he use like a drum machine for his other like the beats and stuff, or like does he play the drums?
I'm not. I think he normally uses like a MIDI controller to make a lot of this
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like just puts it into. I think it's called like a DAW, DAW.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it means, but I know when he did a live performance for this like album's tour, it's called like the Future Bound tour.
Mhm.
He just had like a guitar and then like a whole computer setup.
Okay, yeah. So he's doing magic.
Interesting.
He's a
That's
wizard.
not the that's not the tour that you saw him on, right, Zach?
Nah, that was I wasn't early enough to go see him on the Future Bound tour.
Oh,
Yeah, because
I went to like the next album that came out. It was called Vertigo.
Gotcha.
that's right. Because you went and you saw him in Charlotte, right?
Yeah.
You got to meet him, right? Didn't you do like the backstage thing?
Yeah, I got a picture.
Oh.
It's on my Instagram.
Nice. Nice plug. Nice plug.
It was really weird. Kind of like idolize people.
Yeah.
But then when I met him, he was just like basically my age.
damn.
Yeah, that'll be
Yeah.
Because me and Vic, we got the like VIP to meet Peach Pit. We'll see what that looks like in a Corona world. I don't even know.
Damn.
Yeah, paid for him though. But yeah, so that'll be. I'm interested to see how that's gonna be. To be like, oh, like I literally have no idea what to say other than I like your music, and then be like,
Yeah.
no. So you said this is the album you had stuff you wanted to talk about. What do you want to get off your chest for the people about this album, Zach?
Yes.
Well, shit, I don't know.
Got me on the spot there, James.
Yeah,
Really,
Bree.
you really said just unload. We're about to. We're gonna post this on the internet. Tell us everything you want to unload from your heart.
Let us take your little brain and let's pick it.
I just thought it was pretty good. I didn't notice some of the like common themes when I was listening to it just over the years, but looking at all of them, it seems like several of the songs are kind of like about finding yourself or like experiencing life, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and about like bad relationships in the past and moving on from that.
That was like at least half the songs on this one. It was just like, bro, that shit sucked. Moving on, baby. Kind of, in more eloquent terms.
Yes,
and that's why I don't write
like
songs.
EXO and Sex Catching Feelings. I know we're both like kind of around that, and
yeah,
I was trying to think of the.
Oh, you mean sex parenthetically catching feelings? Gotcha. I was confused.
Yes.
Yeah, it didn't used to have that. I don't know. They added that.
Too many
like,
people were confused
after it got popular. I think. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When I used to listen to it, it didn't have that part. But I think after it got really popular on TikTok, they added that.
Got popular on TikTok?
Yeah, it was like one of the trending sounds. It was back towards the beginning of like lockdown here in the
But
US.
you're good. I probably miss some sometimes.
That's
anyways.
weird.
Can't be on all sides of TikTok,
Yeah, it wasn't on the cat girl side, so. That's weird.
Chill, bro. That's not. Yo, I'm not even into that.
That's weird
bro.
that they did that. I didn't know that. That's odd.
Yeah, or at least unless I'm just like remembering
It's like
several
the
years
Mandela
of my
effect.
life wrong.
No,
I'm pretty sure it wasn't there.
I believe you because I've had stuff that I've tried to go back to albums and like literally, like songs are gone from the album. They're just gone, and I'm like, I know this was on this album. I love this song. Where is it? And it's just gone. So,
yeah.
I mean,
I know on
doubt
Apple
that they
Music
did
at
some
least.
bullshit.
Yeah, on Apple Music, the final song on Kings of Leon's debut album used to be like 13 minutes long, and it was one song that was like 3.5 minutes, and then like minutes of silence, and then another song would spontaneously play like at the end. Because it was like I think it was like a hidden track on the original CD. I don't really know, but now if you look at it on Spotify and I think on Apple Music too, they changed it. It's just 2 separate songs. I forget what the actual final song is called, but like not the hidden track, but the hidden track is called Talahina Sky because I like this.
Yeah, Casey Elephant had the same thing with their second album, Thank You Happy Birthday. The last song was called Flow. And then it had another song at the end. It was kind of the same thing where there was just like this big pause, and it's now gone. Yeah.
Oh, the song's just gone?
Yeah. The first song,
song?
the first part, but then there's a break, and then it's a rendition of Right Before My Eyes, but like slowed down. Now the song is just the first like 3.5 minutes. I don't know. A bunch of tomfoolery.
You gotta buy the physical edition of the album.
Yeah, but like if you bought like a repress of it now, would it be different? I don't know. I gotta get my dad's copy. I bought it for him forever ago and see if it's on there. Because if not, then that'd be weird. Because then they would have changed the physical medium well before the digital medium. I don't know.
So also,
treason
for the song "Sex," parentheticals catching feelings.
Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of, if it's called sex and then called catching feelings, I kind of went into this thinking that it was going to be about someone who's having sex and then catching feelings. That was just my logical deduction. And it was kind of about that, which is interesting. It's an interesting dynamic. I obviously don't do that. But for the people who do have, just casual sex sometimes, That's a weird dynamic. I feel like we visited this topic before also. Nick, I think it was one of the albums that you've picked. I can't remember. but it was like a guy. It was one of them where there's a lot of like heartbreak. I think I can't remember which one it was, dude. He had a lot of girl troubles, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure in real life he like got divorced from his wife or something. It might have been was it Willie Nelson or no?
That was the first one I picked. There was an album that I think I picked that had a lot more like relationship troubles than I thought were sung about.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that you're talking about Turn Blue.
Oh, maybe.
There was. Are you thinking about the song that's I don't remember what it's called, but it's like about Dan Auerbach having like a really messy divorce with his wife, and she maybe or may not have tried to burn their house down.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe it is like that. I honestly can't remember.
Because that was kind of the same thing where we were like, I didn't realize how much about this was about a breakup.
Might have been what, Nick?
I was gonna say it might have been Half the City, like the St. Paul and the Broken.
I don't think it was that. Actually, it might have been that. Okay. Anyways, sorry to get off topic. My bad, but that reminded me of this a little bit. It might have been Turn Blue, Jamie. I honestly can't remember, but it kind of reminded me of this a little bit where they have like this thing where it's like supposed to be casual, or like maybe he's like having an affair or something, and then like it becomes more than that, or like something happens. But I just like the overall message of the song. Also, I think it was very spot on for some things. Like just listening to music, you know that like I feel like this is a big like story just to tell in music usually, even like more modern music, and like I don't know, I guess it's relatable on some platform.
Yeah,
probably for people like his age, people who are in college who have more casual relationships. You know, it's definitely relatable for a wide demographic of people our age and stuff.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the message of the song a lot, and like how he portrays his story or his side of it, because like obviously a lot of people do that, but it's the way you like tell it. It can be kind of different in every way, and I just like the music and the sound of this one too.
Like every story is told through a lens, so you can have to look at what that lens is showing you. I get it.
Yeah, but I liked this one a lot, just to have it out there.
Yeah, I really like it's not quite EDM-ish. What'd you call it? You kept calling it hyper pop is the style, Nick?
Hyper punk
pop? Like Charlie XCX or like 100 Gex, or you know who Rina Sawayama is?
No.
Oh, bruh.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm barely familiar with Charlie XCX and 100 Gex.
Bro, I'll send you some Charlie XCX songs.
I know, I Love It, right? That was her? Or was that someone featuring her? I don't remember.
Wasn't that Lil Pump?
No, that's the Kanye Lil Pump. That's different. This is like the I threw your stuff,
I like a quick
burned it in the street or something. I don't care, I love it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know.
It was like a summer song.
She did
in 8th grade.
You know Boys?
No.
I was busy thinking about boys.
Oh, maybe actually, I might. That sounds kind of vaguely familiar.
But like the music video was kind of famous.
But yeah, I like in Drugs how there's kind of like it's almost like a bass drop.
So my chest is on fire, and my head just won't die. I guess I'm lying 'cause of one eye. I guess I'm lying 'cause I don't. 'Cause I just feel so tired, like it's
that happens a few times. I really like that. Drugs is probably the favorite.
Yeah.
Like the favorite song that I've heard of his, just overall, not even just this album.
I do like the beat a lot in this. Like what you were saying, I know me and Jamie are, you know, old time Skrillex heads.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys, at least his popular songs, anyways. I'm not gonna say I like listen to all his music, you know, but definitely the more popular ones. But
I got into it for a bit.
Okay. But like, I honestly really like this
Mhm.
type of music, so it was weird hearing the beginning. It seemed like kind of a regular pace music. The first song, just like kind of like bandy, or like there was maybe a little bit of electronic instruments, but then Drugs was just a little bit more
Mhm.
like on the electronic side, which I didn't
Yeah.
expect after hearing the first song. But I really
Kind of gets you
enjoyed
like
it,
a
though.
oh okay.
Yeah. I liked
Kind
it,
of
though.
from the same in the same vein. I like Rock and Roll a lot too. I like that song. Those are actually the two songs like that I had just in my library already from this album. Hearing them in the past.
Interesting.
I like them.
Rock and Roll's a little bit less, a little more distorted and a little lower
Mhm.
pitched, I think, than Drugs. Like Drugs had that like high pitched bass drop kind of thing. The Rock and Roll had a little bit lower pitch. I think I like Drugs more though, just because.
Yeah,
of
I
the
think it's
pitch.
still my favorite
Yeah.
song of his. Zach, how do you feel about those tracks?
I like both of them. They were the ones I liked the most at first, and still the same. But I like Rock and Roll the most. That's probably one of my favorite songs.
Nice. What do you like about it?
Yeah, I like the lyrics in that one. That one was
It's kinda
I don't know. You got
The
it?
message is kind of about him, like, wanting to be famous, but like his desire to be famous and like how to get there. Because he says like I can't rock like a Rolling Stone, but he talks about playing guitar and singing and stuff, and like wanting to be remembered. Basically, that's like the message of it, right? If I'm not,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, just like feeling alive, leaving a mark. You right?
yeah.
I just want to swing like Sinatra.
I've heard Donald Glover say something about that too, like a little beyond like just like, well, yeah, kind of wanting to make your mark. I forget what it was specifically. I mean, I suppose pretty much every like that's probably what most celebrities want to do. But I remember him. I heard it on Dissect.
Mhm.
He was talking about it in an interview that they featured, and said something along the lines of like, I don't even remember. I don't know where I'm going with
I think
this. He just wanted to make a mark for our generation.
Yeah, I think what you're talking about is
Okay, nice.
at the start of this past season of Dissect, where they talked about BTI. Cole talked about Donald saying that he wanted to like create something that was more than just like music or more than just film, like something that would really like open up the idea and possibilities of like the internet as an entire medium to work with, and like leave his mark on future work and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure that's the gist of what he talked about. It's in the introductory episode. If we'll plug a much bigger podcast that does not need our help at all.
We've done it before.
Yep, we'll do it again.
We'll keep doing it.
We'll keep doing it till someone pays us, right? I like the unexpected rap verse in Fumes, and I had to look it up, but apparently the rapper's Nash.
Yes.
Never heard of them or any of their other
Nash.
work.
Building walls to burn them down, cannonballs to watch me drown. You've got me lost in here and now. You've got me gone and lost and found. We only hang in evenings and I don't know what I'm thinking, but I know that I want.
Oh yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
would-
guy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a guy. I think
It's not a
kinda similar
band,
to
Jamie.
said
It's not a
them.
band. It's a guy.
I know that
Oh, does he?
like that song might not be representative of most of his music because I don't think a lot
Oh,
of it's
really?
like rap
Oh,
like
weird.
that.
No.
I haven't listened to a lot, but at least like I first discovered Nash like in 2016 or whatever,
Yeah.
so I listened to the music then.
Yeah, Nash
I don't know
Grind.
what it is now. But
So,
I don't
so
think
I actually recognized his
Really?
voice in this song. Believe it or not, yeah, I recognized. I said it sounds so familiar, and obviously, I looked at his most popular song with 1 billion streams. So I was like, okay, that's not that awful. It was the "I Hate You, I Love You." It's like I hate you.
Yeah,
I
Olivia
love
O'Brien's
you.
in that song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she's actually the one. Oh wait, no, it's featured. Yeah,
I don't know.
so like that's he does rap a little bit in this song, and that's like where I heard it from,
Mm.
and that's why like I remembered his voice. I was like, this dude sounds familiar, but he's not like
Gotcha.
a rapper that I know, or if he probably goes as like a singer or songwriter. But
That's an
the
interesting
talking
way
vocal,
to
I'm not
like.
sure, I don't know.
Hey,
But,
bro, let me hop
yeah,
on
I-
that track.
Yeah.
I'll rap on it.
Yeah.
Fuck around
But yeah,
and
I
rap with
actually
it.
noticed his voice.
Yeah, this was
Yeah, the songs.
like,
Wait, sorry, what? Nick?
this one was re-released. It was on Eden Project's EP, like Bipolar Paradise.
Yet
This song was
another
on there, Fumes, but it didn't have
Dior
Nash's
situation.
verse.
I was wondering if you were gonna bring it up.
There's a song that Pop Smoke has put on all three of his albums.
like him, automatic, we gon' send it to heaven.
And that was it last week? Yeah, Sammy said there was one last week that was the same thing.
Yeah, right now.
Out of nowhere, we're just getting these.
Dude, I'm
It was
telling you,
bonus
it's like-
track on one of their previous albums.
Dude,
Jordan,
it's
you're not wearing
cool. Okay,
pants?
it's cool. What are you talking?
Nick's
No.
wearing a suit, and
Look up
you're
my-
not wearing pants.
Listen, bruh, the video is torso up. Okay, dog. You thought I was gonna put pants on?
Are you
for
not
this?
just wearing pants in your
guys
regular
got me
life before you sit down to do this?
Hey, I took a shower before this. Okay, I took a shower before this. I was letting I was letting them dry. All right. I was.
Throwing like gym shorts or
I
something.
was.
Next song.
I was anyways, EXO, I love you, kiss, hug.
So kisses are the X and hugs are the O, right?
No,
Man, it does
it's a
not
hug and a kiss.
No, it's a hug is like a.
You stupid, bro. No, that's not what.
matter.
Okay, well then, okay.
X
Show
might
me,
be
show me
odd
how
for the
that.
kiss.
Show me how the kiss is the X.
Yeah,
bro.
because when I kiss, I don't unless there's a big red X. I don't know where to go. So I need help.
Look,
Yeah, I'm like I don't know. Scary. I don't
Stupid.
know. Goofy.
anyways,
That's it.
I didn't really have much to say about that song. It was
About
kind of
EXO?
slow towards the.
Oh yeah,
It was one of my less favorite, but
I like he uses some acoustic guitar in that, right? That's like one of the dominant instruments.
Yeah,
in
I
the
think
song.
that's the one that's like acoustic or your.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. She's in love with the concept, as if we're all just how she imagined. Cause we're in love, I just don't know yet. Well, tell me how am I supposed to see the magic?
Yeah,
That one was
I-
re-released too.
okay.
Was
I
Circles
like
re-released?
that change of pace.
Ah,
I don't think so. I think that one was
weird.
new.
So he spelled words and then re-released 2 tracks, and then the third one that's not in the words, he was just like, "Oh, I like it." Crazy.
There has to be a meaning. What's the method to the madness?
Oh, the beauty behind the madness. The Weeknd. That's not atypical though. There's something about like, I wouldn't say exclusively singer-songwriter style, but there's a lot of like songs that will then get re-released with a rap verse added to it. Just like
hell yeah.
you know, Radioactive with Imagine Dragons
Radioactive.
with Kendrick in it, which is awesome.
Oh.
Awesome version of that song. Believer is Believer the one that has Wayne
And
in
Imagine
it?
Dragons
And then
with
there's
Lil Wayne in it.
there's one off their new album that got re-released with a rapper in it, right? Off of Evolve.
Which rapper?
No, Evolve was the Believer one. I don't know. I stopped keeping up with Imagine Dragons literally after their first album.
LSD.
Yeah, me too.
featuring
Yeah,
Lil Wayne?
that one.
LSD
Pray
featuring
by
Lil Wayne.
Sam Smith.
No,
With
what's
Logic
the
in it.
song?
What'd you say, Nick?
I haven't heard.
What's the song off LSD?
Audio. No. Genius.
What's the song? No, it's just
Yeah.
Genius. It's Genius. I'm surprised you remembered that, Jamie. I'm surprised. I listened to it a lot, and that's why I knew. But
I listened to that album.
I was like singing
those
the
are
chorus
in
in my
my
head trying to get there.
those are in my library. Like I listen to those.
I'm a genius under pressure, no category. I can't legend upper, actually, sexual women love me sexual. I'm a genius under pressure. No
A B C
Sorry, I was
D
trying
R U G J K H I J K L S D.
LSD. Oh my gosh, baby, don't you see? I got everything you need.
We're gonna get copywritten.
Only I do.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Just kidding. That's
Yeah.
he touched it.
I think that's all I have for the album.
Yeah,
don't know
I
if
actually
anybody
don't
else has
have
anything.
many more notes. Nick, how about Nick or Zach? Do you have it? Do you have any more thoughts before we smack this boy with an old rating?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I did want to say, I always love the usage of silence in songs. Okay, yeah, just the usage of silence, like in rhythm with the rest of the song. When all the music drops out, he does it in Sex, he does it in Drugs, and he does it in Rock and Roll. Like, I think it's after. I know in Sex, it's after the chorus, like when it drops, and then it goes into the whoa, that part. Everything cuts out and then it comes back up. I just always love that in music. And he uses in "and" he uses a word "sonder" that I like always forget exists, but I always think it's like a really interesting word. Have you guys ever heard that word?
I have, but I don't remember
Sonder.
what it is. I know
I'm gonna say
Saunter,
no.
but not Sonder.
At the sake of looking ignorant, I'm gonna say no. I don't know what that word means.
It's the concept that like every stranger you see on the street is living a life just as complex as your own, like having
yeah,
like feelings and
Like
stuff.
the egg. Like the egg story.
You might
Have
have
you
to
guys ever
explain
seen
that.
yeah. The egg story. I don't know about that.
I'm not familiar with the egg story.
Have you guys ever seen it's called In a Nutshell, but it's like Kyrgyzstat on YouTube?
You told me to watch that, but I forgot to.
And you never did.
Yep.
Never did. I guess we're hashing it out now, dude. It's literally, it's basically a thought experiment where I think the person is Buddhist or some kind of reincarnation religion, but it's not supposed to be like based on religion. The story, it's supposed to just be a like. So the basically what happened, to spoil the story, it's like a 5-minute video. You can watch it. It's not really anything like to spoil, but if you don't, then don't listen to this. But basically, the person is reborn as every single person that has ever lived. And so every time you're being mean to someone, he's being mean to himself, or every time he's being nice to someone, he's being nice to himself, just a different version of him. And so then once he was like every single person who ever lived, then he'd become like a god with like these other gods, and that's kind of what it all is. So it's a thought experiment, basically, to say like treat people how
This
you
is
want to
the
be
second
treated.
week in a
But
row we've
it's
talked about
Philosophy
and thought experiment.
You just said thought
Dude,
experiment.
What?
It's
We're going
such a good
crazy.
story, though. It's
Yeah.
such a good story. But yeah, anyways, that's what that is.
Gotcha.
I think that's pretty much everything I had. I enjoyed the
I'll take that wrap shit up, man.
I enjoyed the instrumentation on this album a lot more than I thought I was going to. Like off of just remembering, I think I just remembered like Drugs and Rock and Roll, and I think maybe I'd heard EXO too, but like the big blown out part in Circles I really liked. I really like the drums in Sex, just the way the album starts off with the big like thundering.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I really like that. But that's pretty much it.
Gotcha. Zach, do you have any other thoughts you wanted to share with us and the audience?
Sure. I guess there's not a lot. There were a couple lyrics that I really enjoyed, or I have enjoyed, I guess. In Rock and Roll, I think it's towards the end. I'm not sure. He says, "I just want to die before my heart fails from heartbreak or cocktails."
Bro,
That one's
that's
always-
hard. That's hard, bro.
I like that one.
It's a good one to sing if you're
And
sad. I don't know.
I like that because he changes that from the first chorus, and I always love that in music. Whenever someone changes choruses or changes parts that repeat in the song with like the same instrumentation, same beginning lyrics, but then they change it up like with a few words. But he changes like 2 lines right there. I thought that was neat.
Nice.
Yeah, and there was in Circles, I think it's I'm just dying to be all that I've been dreaming of. I don't know, just a couple lyrics that kind of encompass some of the bigger themes.
Mhm.
And then just like this is separate from that. It's just a fact that I thought was cool is it was written and produced by Eden and released on his own label.
Self-made
Oh,
man.
nice. That is actually
Okay.
pretty cool.
Yeah, it's MCMXCV. I don't know what that means, but
It's okay.
MCMX.
It's some kind of number
I don't know enough in Roman
Yeah.
numerals. I don't know.
in Roman numerals. Yeah.
nah.
Fuck wrong, bro. That shit fell. Take a look at the capital. Who knows what's going to happen to
R.I.P.
us?
my man Julius. Oh,
Yeah. So then, do we want to hop in, give her a little rating then?
Yep.
I think so.
All right, Zach. Since this was your album, you take us away with it first.
All right, hold on, like 1 second. Okay, so the label is his birthday, like the year.
Oh.
Ah.
It's 1995.
1808.
Yeah, yeah. He was in the Civil War in America, even though he's from Ireland.
He's what, 213 years old?
Yeah.
What a guy. But yes,
I don't
please,
know.
please
It's hard
give
to
us your
be.
ratings. Or no, what were you going to say?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
Okay.
Let's give you the rating. It's
Gotcha.
it's kind of hard to be impartial because I've really enjoyed this album for like
Yeah.
several years. I'd give it like an 8.
Excellent.
Okay.
Don't be impartial. Our ratings are very
Yeah.
subjective.
They are. That's literally what this is founded on.
Yes.
Okay.
We had a similar discussion with Samuel last week where he was like, I don't know, should I rate it with my own subjective opinion? And we were like, yeah, I think we do that every week. Yeah, just go ahead.
Pretty much. All right, Jordan and Nick, you get to fight. Who is it?
Oh yeah, we've been doing this. Who went first last week? Do you remember, Jordan?
I don't know.
What?
I
You
think
went
I
first because Jordan
last
had to
week.
think about it.
Okay, so I should say it.
Go for it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna give this one a 5.
Okay.
It's really good, Zach.
Yeah, that is in the high ballpark of Jordan's ratings.
Yes.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Nick,
it's-
what are you feeling?
I'll give it a 6
A 6?
because
Okay.
I was a fan of the production on a lot of the songs and
Mhm.
I don't. It's not necessarily like the exact music I gravitate to. I feel like I say this like every other week. Yeah, it's not
It's
really
okay, it's okay.
my specific thing, but I do like the energy behind the music, and especially I forgot that the song Circles even like did the crazy third verse hyper pop thing until I was listening to it like 15 minutes before the podcast, and I was like, how did I not notice this? Like the 3 other times I listened to it this week, but
Yeah.
must have been zoning out or something. I don't know, but yeah, solid 6.
Yeah. I think I'm also gonna give it a 6, and literally like for the reason, like it's not specifically my kind of music, but I do like, 2 or 3 songs I actually liked enough to save to my library. So it's not what I listen to, but I do like, I like the production behind it. So yeah, I'm also gonna give it a 6, and that's gonna bring it to an average rating of 6.25. And
Nice.
it is tied for 24th with "Is This It" by The Strokes, Adam's album. But really, it's not tied for 24th. It's tied for like 8th. But the Excel, the formula doesn't rank it how I would.
What?
It ranks
Is
it
it
by
just-
the. I get what you mean.
Yeah, like there's first, second, and then instead of third, it goes to 4th because it's like
Because there's 2 that are
it's
tied.
the 4th album. Yeah,
Oh,
so it's like, I don't know, it's finicky.
wait.
Yeah,
Yeah, that seems kind of. It's like user
Sus.
error, bro.
that's not user error. That's the formula error.
You coded it wrong, bro.
I didn't code it. I used rank.
You got to
rank
make your
it
own
wrong,
function,
Bro,
man. That's what.
Yeah, dude.
Just learn Visual
Gotta do a
Basic.
VLOOKUP.
Write a
I just need
macro.
to go write a C script.
Write a macro, bro.
It's easy.
Well, yeah. So, Zach, thank you for coming on.
Of course.
Sad that we have to put you down now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm ready.
You'll be
Okay. All right, someone's got to make the phone call to Kayla too. Then it's not gonna be me though.
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, Jordan, get the
Kayla
phone
loves
call.
making
Nick,
us
you
cry.
deliver the food. I guess I've got to do the work. But I will announce that next week we are gonna take it classic. This is our first like seminal classic rock album. We are gonna be doing "Dark Side of the Moon" by Pink Floyd with Vic's friend's boyfriend Ethan, and also coworker. So that'll be
Wait,
exciting.
it's called Dark Side of the Moon?
Dark Side of the Moon. Yeah, it's like the really famous album cover. Maybe one of the most famous albums of all time.
Oh, I found
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Do you
Hard
not
to
know
find
like
out.
this album cover, Jordan?
No, I did, but I looked it up, and all the suggestions first were not this at all.
There are other
I
suggestions.
think because it's the Lil Wayne song "Dark Side of the Moon," which I think comes up because Spotify knows I like rap a lot,
yeah,
and I think I've liked this song too before, so I think it puts priority over
I got you.
stuff that's the exact same thing. But yeah, anyways.
Jordan, I will be
Sorry, Daddy.
shocked
I mean,
if you don't recognize anything off this album.
Jamie, you about froze. Wait, what?
As I was just saying that I will be shocked if next week you come and be like, I didn't recognize anything on here.
Interesting.
This is
I feel like this album. Okay, I am aware of this album
Yeah.
very much. Though,
some of the
so
most famous
don't know if I'm
songs of
aware of
all
the music,
time are
but-
on this album.
I got you.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Jordan be like,
Um,
I don't know what it
Yeah,
is.
I asked Ethan. He was like, "Any album?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I want to do that." And I was like, "We're gonna get into it now, boy."
I'm really surprised. Like I always forget to listen to it, and I really like psychedelic music, and I don't think I've ever listened to a full
Mm-hmm.
Pink Floyd album.
Oh, you're missing out then. This one, "Have a Cigar," really good. The album and the song.
You said half a
That's some good
cigar.
shit. Have
Have a cigar.
like
Gotcha.
eat it.
Okay.
That's what they mean, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Like having a smoke is you like eat the cigarette.
Yes. Wait, can we cut audio now or no?
What?
You guys,
No, we
you guys
haven't.
be eating.
We haven't
cigs?
talked about what we've been listening to.
Oh yeah,
You
shoot, sorry.
silly?
I got so distracted. I thought
You
everybody,
silly
I thought everybody
goose.
else was getting
You
distracted.
silly
I'm
goose.
sorry.
Jordan is the silliest. goose.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you do want to tell us what you've been listening to, Jordan?
Yeah. Honestly, it's weird. I've been not liking music a lot lately. Like I've been scrolling through my thing, and a lot of songs I used to listen to, I just kind of skip. Not Pop Smoke, obviously, but
Right.
like a lot of the songs, I'm just like, I'm just skipping a lot of things.
No,
right now.
honestly, I
Like,
kind of know what
nothing-
you mean though. I'll get into a mood where like for like 2 days I'll be like,
Yeah.
I don't know if any of this hits, and then suddenly I just listen to it and I'm like, oh yeah, it's good. I don't know what that was.
I don't know if I've just been listening to the same things over and over too much, which maybe because I've said I've only been listening to the same things over and over the past like month. But
Or two.
new single blew up on
Oh.
YouTube. Also got 10 million hits on YouTube. It's this guy named Moray. It's Morray. He's from Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Fayetteville?
and I followed him.
Vietnam.
I followed him before there was like a bunch of posting about him, but then like obviously he had a song that blew up, so that's probably why he's being posted about. But I was like, I'll support him or follow him because he's from Fayetteville mostly too, and he has a song called Quicksand that just like it sounds good. It sounds
Nice.
good. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been listening to. Again, just kind of shuffled my playlist a bit. A lot of Pop Smoke still. I'm shooting for that top 0.005%
In the unwrapped?
this year.
You're going
so-
for it. You're shooting for it.
Yes. Not to where I have to like kill myself like trying to listen to it, but if I like just listen to it, hopefully will just like it, you know.
Yeah. I got you.
But yeah,
Nick, what about you?
Mojo.
been listening to a lot of my new records since I got back to my apartment after winter break.
Oh, my analog music.
Do not prefer the digital medium anymore. That's so last year, sir.
It's honestly like I really only notice any audio quality difference for more acoustic style records, like
I got you.
like Cutting Grass, the new Sturgill Simpson record. I notice a little difference there, but
Wheeler
honestly,
Walker
it's just
Jr.
it's cool. Yeah, big Wheeler Walker Jr. guy. Actually, no, retract that. Not on record. Not big Wheeler Walker. But been listening to this. I got a Heart record that's really cool. I'm probably gonna listen to it after this.
like
Just don't have to listen to it
like
through all the way
like
yet.
Barracuda Heart.
Yeah, like
Oh,
it's
nice.
it's their first album, Dreamboat Annie, the one that has Magic Man and Crazy on You on it.
Oh yeah.
Shit on my fucking mood.
Okay,
Your
100
audio got
decks.
clipped a lot there, Jamie.
I'm sure it's gonna
But,
sound terrible listening back in Audacity.
But I've also been listening to some MF Doom, R.I.P. Because I was never super into him before he died, and
I wasn't either.
but I listened to his debut album. That's called Doomsday. It's pretty good.
Like his first album?
Yeah. I think the first one that was like officially released on a CD.
I forgot what debut meant for like half a second.
I was gonna say,
like,
he
is that the
literally
first or last
said
one or the middle
debut.
one? Or... I know, but I just said I forgot what
I know, that
debut
was the
meant,
joke.
Jamie. So if I don't know what the word is,
The buzz.
you
I also finally finished Evermore. Good album.
Oh, nice.
and
Do you like Champagne
Do
Problems?
you
a
still
lot?
not like the song by Haim?
It's a good song. Yeah, still not really.
Because that song's great, and I don't
I'm-
even listen to Haim.
I'm the biggest Haim fan out there. And
I
I'm
know,
an
and the
anti-
first thing you were like, I don't
process.
like that song, and I was like, that's like one of the best off both albums. That one-
I'm in the
Haim-
same boat.
Haim
Nick.
record.
Don't feel like you're alone.
Haim record.
Dude,
Oh,
Coney
he
Coney Island
conflicts
though
on
is
us.
fire.
Coney Island's pretty good. I really liked Evermore, the song with Bon Iver.
Also good. Yeah.
Bon Iver, yeah, he's pretty good music.
And oh, did you see that the Black Keys released a 10th anniversary edition of Brothers that had 2 new songs on it? Jamie?
Really?
Jamie.
Yeah.
Bro, what?
I forget what the instrumental song on Brothers called Black Mud. They released another one called
Yeah.
Black Mud 2. It's like appended on the album. Chop and Change is also appended on the album, and the other one's called Keep Your Name Out of My Mouth. It's a good song.
Yeah, there's a deluxe remastered anniversary album of Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got Chop and Change, Keep My Name. Yeah, dude, I gotta check this out. How did I miss this?
How'd you miss what?
This
John?
album. What the fuck? All right, we're not doing video
what happened,
podcasts anymore.
We will not mention what Jordan just did.
I'm listening to this after this podcast. Zach, what have you been listening to?
I have been mainly just putting on like some daily mixes, but it comes out to be some like punk rock. I don't know, we got some Pierce the Veil,
Nice.
stuff like that.
Ooh, interesting.
Mainly I've been studying for an exam, so
Effie?
it's either like really, yeah, the FE, either angry
Iron
or
exam.
like lo-fi hip hop type stuff. You know, there's no in between.
Right. Yeah,
I got
that's
you.
the study.
Yeah.
That's the
It really
Duality of
depends on
man.
like how much I know.
makes sense.
If I'm comfortable, it'll be like a lo-fi. But if it's like I don't know anything, then it's angry
makes sense.
music. I don't know.
That's
I
fair.
got you.
That's the
I got you.
duality of man.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been doing the same thing. Just listen to a lot of like daily mixes and old like top song 2018. Because all of my, it's weird, but my top song like 2017, 18, 19, and 20, because that's when I started Spotify, was 2017. They're all very different mood wise, and so they almost work like a massive daily mix that I created for myself in the past. yeah, I've been just
Interesting.
jumping around all over the place. Haven't really been stuck on one artist in the last week or so. Just different stuff peppered in. Some, Peach Pit, Tedeschi Trucks, Glass
I got you.
Animals, Pearl Jam. Yep.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, I got you, man. I appreciate that.
it too. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thanks for sharing, dude.
Zach, do you have any final thoughts before we put you down after this episode? Thank you. Inspirational.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Clint.
Jordan, who do our listeners need to tell to listen to this podcast this week?
Wait,
Like, what kind of person should our listeners tell to listen, like, to check out this podcast?
Only cats in bathing suits.
Okay. And with that, then we can go ahead and wrap this one up. We just wanted to say thanks again for checking out this week's episode. Share it with cats in bathing suits. Yeah, you figure that one out. That's not our job. You have to figure out what we say, and then act accordingly. So yeah, if you want to share your thought on this week's episode, you can either drop a comment down on YouTube, or you can also tweet them at us. We're on Twitter at @ListUpPodcast, and that account, as well as our personal handles, are going to be in the description of wherever you found this episode. Tune in next week, where we're going to be taking a look at Dark Side of the Moon, and Ethan's going to be joining us. And for now, we'll catch you in next week, and remember to listen up.